Good morning, everyone. How is everybody? Just tweaking all of the stuff that I've got on my screen. That's better, and making sure that it is plugged in. It is. Good morning. How are you all? I want to get my scrunchies sewn up. I have a lot of scrunchies here, and some of them dating back to the stuff that I made in January. So I think I need to work my way through and just get them sewn up, because otherwise they're just a pile of fabric in a box, which seems like a waste. And I do wear them, and I've purposely not put one on today because I'm going to make one to go with this dress, and I'm going to put it on when I'm done. I made this dress yesterday. I didn't film the process. I was going to do like can I make a dress in a day, but I've already kind of like told you guys everything about the Eve dress that I can tell you. There's an entire pattern review video, and I know I can make this in a day. I made this in just under 6 hours. So it was one of those ones where it was like, I don't want to kind of not waste, but I'm going to do a dress in a day, the wrap dress edition, but I'm going to do it with a different pattern. So the Patreon peeps are currently voting on, although the vote is split nearly 50-50, which yeah. Nobody said anything yet. There's a few of you here. I know I've turned on subscriber only mode, but that's usual. But yeah, nobody said anything yet. But anyway, hopefully everything's working okay. I have many actual hair ties. I get these from Boots. There we go. Chris says, hi guys, good evening, Sean and Peeps from Adelaide. Good evening, Chris. Yeah, I get these from Boots. They're a 30 pack, and I bought 3 packs of these when I started making them. Is that right? No, 4 packs of these when I started making them, and I currently must have made 59 scrunchies because I had 1 left in 1 pack. So opened up the second pack. I bought the blonde kind of colorway because some of the fabrics I use are very sheer, so I thought the blonde ones would be the best to use under the scrunchies because they won't show through the lighter fabrics, like the kind of, I've got an orange one in today, and you know, like the black ones or the darker ones as well. So that's what I use, and I haven't done it yet, but when I have finished today, I will list the scrunchie pattern that I use in the description down below. It is this one, which has been well used. I mean, you really don't need to. This is a free pattern. It's from Threads Monthly. I liked it because it had the little tie on it as well. It's very easy to draft your own scrunchie pattern if you don't want to download it or don't have a printer. Right, so I've also cut out, apparently previously, some just lengths of fabrics. I think they were kind of like little bits left on the end of something that were just, you know, I might as well use them. So I'm going to sew those together and just make long ties with them, which I can either use as a belt, although the dress that's from that fabric, they both have belts on them already, or I can use them as like hair ties. So my machine is set up with the thread for the one that I'm currently wearing. So this one's going to be white thread. I'm trying to put these into kind of like an order of color so that I don't have to change my threads too often. I mean, really, I should have done this as I was sewing the garments. That would have been sensible, but for some reason I didn't. So I have a whole pile of them to do now. And yeah, that could be navy. This one will be green and navy and green. So we've got white, green, navy, black, and then, as I say, I've already got the tan colored thread on my machine from sewing this dress yesterday. Aha, the chat's arrived. Jane says, hi, all greetings from Bristol. Hi, Jane, how are you? Daisy says, good morning from the Netherlands. Good morning. Kate says, hello, made it to the start of the live for once. Love your new Eve dress. Thank you. Me too. Mum is very jealous. She wants this fabric. I'm just like, nope, man. Oh, man. I got it from the Textile Centre quite a while ago, and I'm sorry, but they won't have any more of it. I think I bought the last of it. Trusting UK is here. Hello. Leslie says, good morning, Sean. Good morning. Catherine's here. Good morning, all. Good morning. And Kathleen says, good morning from Illinois. Oh, it's early. Gosh, it must be very early. Good morning, Kathleen. Nicole says, good morning, Sean and Peeps from Reykjavik, Netherlands. I'm so sorry. I have probably butchered that. My pronunciation. Oh my gosh, words are hard. I really do need to make that into a merch tee, don't I? Melinda says, good evening, everyone from Queensland. Good evening. Karen says, good evening, Peeps. Sean, I just watched your Matilda video and I love the finished dress. I think I'll have to add it to my I want list. I am really pleased with how the Matilda has come out. And I am really pleased that I don't have to repurchase the pattern for the sleeve option. And I loved all the kind of like suggestions that the pattern had for hacking it as well. I did do like a whole kind of 5-minute thing going through all the different hacks that they offered, but the video was already really long. So I ended up cutting that bit out. But it was, there's lots of different options for hacking that dress, which I think are, which is a really nice thing. And that's just like sort of scratching the surface kind of thing. So I'm going to email them to ask for the expansion for the sleeves. I can totally see extending the sleeves, doing plackets, tower plackets on them, if like in a chambray. I think that would look really nice. So yeah, very pleased with the Matilda dress. Very pleased indeed. So the plan is I've finished all the stuff that I have cut out in the last cutting out session, which I think was 7 things. Let's see, it was this skirt. I haven't finished the jumpsuit. I'm kind of putting that on a timeout. I am going to recut the leg, but I'm just not looking forward to doing that, which I think is understandable. So I'm going to tomorrow cut out the khaki green linen shirt dress, the one that I want to try and make look like a Zimmerman inspired shirt dress, like the pink one. I'm going to cut out the t-shirts out of the emerald green viscose jersey, and I'm going to cut out the grasser pattern out of the viscose voile and get those ones hopefully sewn this week. I'm hoping to have the Zimmerman dress done for Friday's video next week, because I'm going to do like a making of and how I'm going to take the Zimmerman dress as inspiration and use a McCall's pattern tweaked slightly to hopefully get me the designer look. And that's going to be Friday's video, and then Saturday's video is going to be the July lookbook. I'm going to try and be really strict with myself, because I used to be like, oh no, I need to make all the things that I said I was going to do in my fabric haul before I do the lookbook, and then I would bite off way more than I could chew, as I have done this time with my fabric hauls, and then the lookbooks would just get postponed until everything had been done, and then it didn't quite work out how I had envisioned. So I am going to start being strict with myself, and we are going to do lookbooks, which will literally be everything that I sewed that month. And you guys seem to really enjoy the styling portion of the Melilo, so I'm thinking that when I complete a capsule wardrobe or a collection, then I'll try and do some styling videos of the whole collection together, which hopefully won't be too repetitive. We'll see. I haven't done one for the Cobra Corsage yet because it went on for so long and so many people complained about seeing so much of it that I was just like, okay, I won't. And I want to show that stuff off, but there are quite a few little bits and pieces, like the solids, that I haven't made yet to go with it. So August's sewing plans is also going to be coming out, not this Friday, but next Friday. And I'm going to be much more pared back. I need to make 3 dresses for the Festival of Quilts, which I can show you the fabric actually. Lady McElroy sent me the fabric for 2 of them, and then I bought the fabric for the other one with the voucher that Charlotte gave me for my birthday. Would you like to see fabric? Is that a stupid question? Of course you would. Beautiful fabrics. Now, I can't tell you which pattern I'm going to make with one of them because I signed a non-disclosure agreement and the pattern is going to be launching at the Festival of Quilts, which is exciting. And I will tell you, it's an unusual one for me, but after having looked at it, I thought, you know what, I can really make this work for myself. But this is the Parrot Dice fabric. I have it on the chalk background and the cotton lawn. This is the blue background on the Riccardi lawn, which is a viscose, and it's a heavier weight viscose than the viscose challis. There's not a whole big difference, but this is the viscose challis and this is the Riccardi lawn, and this is slightly heavier weight. And I think I told you guys last week, they were asking, I was chatting away to Raymond, who I don't know what his job title is actually at Lady McElroy, but he's lovely. And we were chatting away and I was just saying to him, I was like, oh, you need to bring out Jungle Tropics on viscose because love that one, and Amaryllis because love that one too. And then I was going through like this whole list. He was just like, well, let me know which other ones you want on viscose. And it's like, this list could go very long. And the Anaconda Antithesis was one of them. And I said on the sage background and in lawn, viscose. And he was like, have you seen the Riccardi lawn? It's heavier weight. And if that's going to be your winter collection, the heavier weight viscose might work better for the winter months. And it was just like, genius idea. So they've sent me 5 meters of this one. This one I can tell you what I'm going to do with it. I don't know if I'm going to have time to do it. I want to. We shall see. But I am hoping to make the McCall's 7537, which is a dress I have made many, many times, as you guys know. And I'm hoping to use some of the trim that I cut that lace striped fabric apart for. And I've put the colours together, and actually the grey one looks really nice with this, but I think I'm going to go for the white trim because I think that's going to give me the most options. We shall see, but it is absolutely stunning. I love this. And as I say, I have this on the chalk background and they do it on a blush background as well. So I'm not ruling out buying some of the chalk on viscose to make a shirt with because pretty. Let's catch up with the chat. Jane says hello from Mid Wales. Hello. Mem73 says hello everyone. Hi. Amy says good morning from Central US. Never been able to catch you from the beginning. Oh, good morning. Very early for you. Laurie says good evening from Taranaki, New Zealand. My uncle lives in Taranaki. That's where they filmed the last summer, isn't it? Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, my uncle lives in Taranaki. So hello. Angelina says, I ordered a pattern today. Good evening, everyone, from Victoria, Australia. The Megan Nielsen pattern. I love it. I don't know if you could tell from the review, but I love it. Carol says, just drop by to say hi. Hi, Carol. Fox3D says, hello, everyone. Hello. Cecilia says, good morning, peeps. I hope you're well. Very well, thank you. How are you? Daisy Chain Stitcher says, Dutch place names are wild, aren't they? Think of like this one as Raywick, with the wick pronounced like bike. Raybike. Raybike? Oh, hopefully that was a bit better. Thank you for the help. Fox3D says, hi, Sean. Hello. Rensko says, hello, everyone. So happy to have some company. It's nice to have you too. Rensko says, away from work and now sewing in my hotel room. Nice. Marissa says, hey, peeps. Happy Sunday. Hi. Rensko says, beautiful fabric. Yes. Just lovely. I think it's going to make an awesome one of those dresses, especially with all the insertion trim that I'm planning on doing. And I think it will be an absolutely like a proper Zimmerman dupe. I really think this one's going to look very Zimmerman-esque. Let's see. Catherine says, "Ooh, the Riccardi lawn sounds like my sort of viscose weight. I don't really like below 100 GSM weights." I think the chalet is above 100. Let's see if they should say on their site, shouldn't they? Let's see. I have a page open to Lady McElroy because, of course, I do. And so let's have a look at Paradise. Riccardi lawn. Okay. Do you have? So it's 115 for the Riccardi lawn. And then let's have a look for the other one, which I will show you in a second. Hydrangea. I think it's hydrangeas in bloom, isn't it? Yes. And so the chalet is, you're right, 85. So there is quite a difference. But yes, I think this one is absolutely beautiful. I love this color. And I think it's going to look really, really cool with the insertion lace that I'm hoping to use for it. Then, right, this one is one of the new ones. I already have this in the other colorway. It's just in here. And it is absolutely beautiful. Hydrangea Story, this one. No, Hydrangeas in Bloom, sorry. Hydrangeas in Bloom, and it's a panel print. They're really narrow panels, but hopefully I can use this to kind of a great effect in the dress that I'm planning. So it has like these little faded out sections in it. So I'm planning, I can't tell you what I'm planning to do with this one because there is an NDA in place. But the reveal will be on the Festival of Quilts, and it's very exciting. But that one's gorgeous as well, like really quick. I mean, I love this one. Like I say, I have it in the other colorway as well. So. And then I'm going to make a shirt dress with the Elephant and Chameleon cotton lawn for the third day. That's the plan. Catherine says, "Stalking Beauty calls to me on navy." That is a very pretty print. Jennifer says, "Hello, also from Victoria, Australia." Hello. Artie Blade says, "Good morning." Good morning. Tristan, sorry. Jennifer says, "Angelina, where are you in Victoria?" Daisy Chase Sister says, "Yes, you nailed it with the Ray Vike." Ray Vike. Susan says, "Hi, Shannon Peeps from Adelaide. You should be receiving some happy mail this week. I hope tracking says the package has cleared. I hope tracking says the package has cleared customs in the UK." Thank you so much, Susan. I haven't replied to your email yet. I will, I promise. That's my plan for tomorrow evening, is to work my way through my email box. But thank you so much, Susan. It's very much appreciated and a very, very kind gift. Susan has bought me some more of the Australian interfacing. I have literally used the last of it. I think I'm going to have enough for my Zimmerman inspired dress. It's the placket that I'm slightly worried about. But yeah, thank you so much, Susan. And Susan bought that for me instead of coffees. So thank you. That's very, very much appreciated. The lady that sells the interfacing is moving shops, isn't she, Susan? Apparently the email and phone number are going to stay the same, but the shop address will change. So Susan's going to let me know when that happens so I can update the Australian interfacing post on the Peeps group. Catherine says, "I got put off by the 76 GSM Art Gallery fabric woven viscose." Yeah, I mean, Charlie is lovely to wear and irritating to sew, but I like it so much to wear that I am very happy to sew with it, although it was very pleasant to sew with this. This is a viscose linen blend, and this is slightly heavier than the Riccardi lawn, but only just. And yeah, this was so much more pleasant to sew. Where did I get to? Caroline's morning. Happy Sunday, Peeps. Sorry I'm late. Just had to drag Zerdan out of the pond. He was swimming around. Oh, so cute. Now you have a drippy puppy. Nicole says to Daisy Chain Stitcher, thank you. Caroline says the hydrangea is so pretty. It really is. I love it in the black colorway, and I love it in the original bluey green colorway as well. Because it's right at the bottom of my it's kind of like in there. So it also comes in that colorway, which was the first one, and I have 5 meters of that as well. I wasn't going to buy it, in all honesty, because I wasn't 100% sure of what I was going to do with the panels in it. And then somebody showed it on their chat. I think it was Rachel. And I was just like, oh yeah, I need that. So it's all Rachel's fault. Let's see. Daisy Chain Stitcher says to Nicole, I'm still trying to think of how to phonetically explain Enshade? Though, haha, which is where I live. I'm so sorry. Andy says good morning, or good morning, Andy. I don't know. You were asking about pattern sales this morning, weren't you? Because somebody is going to Florida. I know that Something Delightful still have the sale on today. And again, if you spend over $75, you get free international shipping. But that was not really the point of your question, was it? So, yeah. Jane says, fabulous fabrics. Need the parrots. Currently have the Navy Monarch butterflies on order. Ooh, nice. The parrot dice is stunning. It really is stunning. I have no idea what I'm going to do with the lawn. I bought 5 meters for an 8577, but that is just my default when it comes to Lady McElroy cotton lawns. It's just like 8577 or shirt dress. There's one up there that I've got that I'm not going to make a shirt dress from because of the print. I'll show you that in a second. I wonder if we're going to get any scrunchies sewn today. Angelina says, I'm in Ballarat. That is where Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries is set, isn't it? Nimue says, hello everyone, lunch break with the peeps. Sunday shifts can certainly be worse. Well, I'm very glad you're joining us for lunch, Nimue. Haley says, good morning from Virginia. Good morning. Mischief says, hello and good evening from Melbourne, Australia. Hello. Charlie says, hello, Sean and Sunny and Peeps from Mid-Surrey, UK. Hello. Wendy says, hi, Sean and Peeps. Hello. Caroline says he's trying to teach his brother and sister bad habits. Yeah. Jennifer says, lovely place. I'm in Yay. I don't know. Yes, you'll have to let me know. Megan says, good morning, Sean and Peeps. Cannot wake up at 5, so just stayed up all night. Oh my goodness. That's dedication. Good morning. And he says, yeah, my sister is there for 3 weeks. Oh, I'm jealous. Nimue says, not, oh my goodness, sorry. Today I should have put an orange one on. It was bad last night. Nimue says, not being Dutch, but close enough to the border. It's I'd say, E-N with pronounced E like an A in about. Oh, God. That doesn't help, Nimue. Give me, like, bike, but with a W. That's my limit, I think. Catherine says, nah, no sewing. Caroline says, cracks me up that the macaw safari is actually cockatoos. Yes. Yes, they need to rename that. Kathleen says, although it's early, I've got to get the sewing room to finish at top before the thunderstorm starts. Then I unplug everything. I'll keep watching. Ooh, excuse me. Mm-hmm. Good luck with getting the top done. And yes, good idea to unplug during the thunderstorm. Tanya says, finally watching this live. I'm usually nursing at work. I'm also near Ballarat in Australia. Oh, cool. Good evening. Daisy Chain Stitcher says to Nimue, that's really close already. I'm thinking Enschede is probably closest, though without the Dutch guttural G sound. Oh, okay. Enschede? Is that better? Did I do better? Charlie says, I spent Christmas in Ballarat in 1979 on my year's journey around the world, mainly by public transport. Oh, wow. Caroline says, high humidity, soft tissues swell and causes pain. Okay. Fun times. Nicole says to Daisy, Enschede is a tough one. Am I getting better? Daisy says, Sean, please don't try the guttural G sound that Dutchies love if you don't want to hurt your throat. Yeah, one of my best friends when I was a Playboy bunny was Selena Weaver. She was from, oh god, it's just outside of Amsterdam, but it was a fairly big town, and it's gone. It's completely gone. But yeah, I went to Holland for her. Oh, sorry, Netherlands for her wedding, and yeah. Kernaholic says, Enschede, my aunt used to live there 3 years ago. Did I do better? Megan says, once you're up till 2 a.m. sewing, you should wait for Sunday treat. I'm sorry your TMJ is acting up. Thank you, Megan. Enschede says, wow, I'm impressed. Much better. Oh, cool. Daisy says, yes, your Enschede is really good. Yay! It doesn't sound anything like it's written. But then again, neither does Sean. So, you know. The way it says to Daisy Chain, Stitcher, yeah, you guys don't pull the the together as we do in German. Need to work on that. Yeah, my Schnittchen patterns. I'm so sorry, Nimue. I think I said that. I think you get a shout out in the video that's going on Tuesday, Nimue, because I again tried to say Schnittchen, and every single time I do now, I always think of you and just think, nope. Nicole says, yep, you pronounce Enschede right. Oh, cool. It doesn't look anything like that. Canaholic says, yep, that's good. Heather says, good evening from New Zealand. Whereabouts in New Zealand are you, Heather? We've got somebody here from Taranaki. I know that. Debbie says, good morning from Arizona, 3:20 a.m. here. Wow. And then Maria says, thumbs up. Was that a thumbs up for the trying or thumbs up for the pronunciation? Did I do better? Oh, fabric that I'm not going to make an 8577 out of. So I have kind of mixed feelings about this one. I love it because the print is beautiful, but my ex bought it for me for a birthday present, so I need to get over that. Mind you, he also bought me the green cable corsage. And quite a lot of other fabrics that I have in my stash that I've made up into dresses. And if I let him derail my enjoyment of those dresses, then that would be sad. So yes, the shame is this one is still in fabric form. So this is the Foxy Woodland one, and it's got 2 little foxes on it. Got the little dude sitting up. Here we go. Ah, right. So there's little fox all curled up. Isn't he cute? So cute. And then there's also fox sitting upright, but I'm trying to not unravel this too much. So yeah, there you go. Chopped his head off a little bit. So what I'm thinking for this one, and please don't at me, but I'm thinking a by hand London and a bodice with him kind of like there so that he doesn't get taken up by the darts or the tucks. So little fox front and center, and then giant skirt. Because I with the 8577 or a shirt dress, I just think that because he's so cute, he'd either have to go on the center back, and then you'd have to be careful to not get a fox on the top part of the shirt dress and have all the foxes, because you wouldn't want like a cut off head or anything. So yeah, I'm thinking by hand London and a bodice with giant skirt, because I've got 5 meters of this, but it is just so pretty, so pretty, absolutely gorgeous. I'm surprised this one isn't more popular and you don't see it more often, but yeah, absolutely beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, love it. So that's the one that's definitely not going to be an 8577 because of the print. And I think what I'm going to do is do like a critters collection, because I have lots of fabric with critters on it. So I think, yeah, I think I'm going to do like a critters collection at some point. I can't remember where I heard it, but somebody said you've really got to stop planning and just do, because you get the same serotonin release in your brain from planning that you do from the actual making. And you can plan and plan and plan and plan and plan, but then the actual things don't end up getting done. And not wrong. I do love a good planning session. I think one of the other things that I've realized is the collections that I'm trying to sew in are giant, absolutely giant. And I don't call, well, I think I tried to call my 70s pirate capsule collection, didn't I? And I mean, technically, there would have been like, I think there's 30 odd pieces in there. So technically capsule, but again, I kind of shied away from making all of the solids, and I need to stop doing that. I need to start working in some solids. So I'm going to kind of rejig things a little bit. As we guys talked about last week, I'm doing the 5 pieces from one pattern capsule wardrobe. And that is hopefully a manageable amount of stuff. So like, because 5 pieces, I can sew those really, and I sew that, I mean, it's going to be slightly repetitive, but I don't think it is, you know, because I was thinking it's going to be repetitive sewing the same pattern over and over and over again. But the pinafore dress, I'm going to have to take off the collar pieces, and it's going to be sleeveless to go over all the other things. So that's actually going to be relatively quick sew, and then the skirt is a relatively quick sew as well. Oh, the lovely Claire, you know the denim I was telling you guys about last week? I showed you a photo. The lovely Claire had made herself a jacket. Now, did I delete it because of that? I think I did. So where did it go? There it is. So yeah, the lovely Claire had made herself that jacket, her Sorrento jacket, to go with her 8577 that she made out of the print that she lined it with. Well, she messaged me. She was like, oh, I caught up on the Hangout. Thank you so much for the shout out. Apparently she was given that denim as a gift, and she has 5 meters of it left, and she said, would you like it? And I was like, oh my gosh, yes please, I will totally buy it from you. She said, no, it's a gift. It was a gift for me, I'm going to pass it on. So she's coming to the Festival of Quilts on the Thursday, and she's bringing me fabric, which is so incredibly nice of her. So my Festival of Quilts shopping list has gone down to 3 items, because I have ordered the fabrics from the fabric room for the 5-piece collection. So I've got the denim blue to make the full-length dress out of, and I've got the grey to make the shirt out of, and then Claire is sending me the denim to make the skirt out of, which is really nice. And then I already have the gingham and the corduroy, so that collection is now done and dusted. I need some lining for it, but I need lining for the black fabric, which I do have in stock. So I'm going to talk to Raymond, because he was like, oh, I'll send you some lining. So I'm going to say, I already have the correct lining, but could you send me the gold lining for this dress as a replacement? Because, you know, rather than just send me the same thing that I already have. So that one can get crossed off the list as well, actually, thinking about it. So there was giant tangents, wasn't there? But yeah, I don't think it's going to be too repetitive sewing that pattern, because there's going to be 3 shirts, or 2 shirts and a shirt dress out of it, but it's relatively quick to go together. So I don't think it's going to be too boring to sew, and I do think that it's going to be interesting doing the styling video with it. And I think that there's also then going to be the opportunity to add extra pieces in. Like, I totally am going to make myself a vest or a waistcoat from the corduroy. I think there's going to be enough left over, and that would go really nicely then over the shirts and the denim skirt. I think that's going to look really nice. I've got some gold corduroy back here that I want to make some trousers out of if I pluck up the courage. So that will then go in with everything as well. So I think that's what I'm going to maybe try and do if I do collections, is actually try and properly think about like a proper capsule, and try and pick like maybe 1 or 2 prints and then make all the solids that go in together with it, that then will work with the rest of my stuff. So yeah, I think that's maybe something that I need to kind of like, I love being ambitious, but I think maybe my ambition has gotten to the point of like, this is ridiculous, this is never going to happen kind of thing. So yeah. Let's see. Where did I come from? Where did I get to? Heather is in Auckland. Nice. Nimoy says, an ex that provided beautiful fabric was good for something. This is true. Megan says, oh gosh, that's so pretty. There's always something good to come from something bad. My uncle used to say, indeed. Miss Teeth Makes says, Foxy is adorable. And also just noted your new Eve dress. It came out beautiful. Yes, thank you. I finished it last night. And I didn't film the process. I stuck on SG1. I am up to season 10 now. And I just sewed. I went through 6 episodes. It took me just under 6 hours to make this dress. No, 5 hours to make this dress without filming any of the process. And it was really not that I, obviously this is my job, I love doing this, but it was really nice just to not worry about picking the camera up and what the angle was and what I'm collecting and do I need to get the flashcards out kind of thing. It was just nice just to sort of chill last evening and just sew. So yeah. And as I say, you guys have seen this, like every aspect of the sew over Eve dress that I could possibly think of for videos. So it was like, yeah, you know what, I could do another video about it, but you guys have seen it. I've done it. It's one of my favorites. You know that. I counted last night. I have 13. So I've made 15 in total, and there will be more because it was just such a fun sew. So yes. Let's see. Nimoy says, and that motif absolutely deserves to be uninterrupted on something like the Anna. Yeah, I mean, that's another thing. I love the Anna dress because the bodice is just so good for showing off wild and wacky prints. Sandra says, hi from the future, Sunday night here. Hello, Sandra. Catherine says, cute and flooftastic, can't go wrong. Yes. And Megan agrees with Nimoy about the uninterrupted print on the Anna. Carolyn says, hello, sweet peeps. Hello. Mystic Meg says to Nimoy, absolutely agreed. Tricia says, morning peeps, good morning. Catherine says, thinking the 8577, I bought a copy, read the instructions, but won't be making it. Any takers? Size 16 to 22 range. Is there any reason for that? Oh, and Catherine says, because she's adapted the Taika to be a much more full-skirted and it fits me. Awesome. Nimoy says, are we taking bets on how long the fabric haul from the 3-item shopping list is going to be? Oh, yeah, no, like it's going to be exactly. No, actually, you know what? I have also set aside my budget and I will not get paid again before we go to the Festival of Quilts. And Lady McElroy are paying me actual cash money to be there. Now, I am going to try and bring home actual cash money from Lady McElroy. Now, what's the betting that this is why I should never work in a fabric shop. What's the betting that the actual cash money that Lady McElroy are paying me for the 2 days that I am working for them will be brought home in fabric form? I have set a budget aside from that. One of the fabrics I want is £40 a metre though, and I want 3 metres of it. So my budget is quite small this year. Because Big Bird and Mum and I will do a Festival of Quilts fabric haul. But it might not be quite so extravagant as the last few because I really want to empty cubby holes. and I have just ordered from the fabric room. I ordered the 2 fabrics that I needed for this collection, but if you spend over £50 after VAT has been added, you get free shipping, and otherwise shipping is £9, and their fabrics are like £2-3 a meter. So I was just like, well, it'd be really silly to spend £9 on shipping when I could spend £9 on fabric. So I spent £9 on fabric, and I still wasn't quite over the free shipping threshold. So I've ended up ordering 5 fabrics from the fabric room. They're all solids. They're all viscoses. I got a black viscose crepe. I got the ivory viscose crinkle because I really like that fabric. And I got a denim viscose voile, which is really lightweight. And then the 2 melange, the denim and the grey viscose melange that are going to go with these ones as well. And I bought the French terries from Lily and Mimi, the solid French terries that I need to go with the t-shirt panels that I showed you from the Geeky collection. So that collection's ready to go. And I got myself, because I didn't have to buy denim, I spent the money that I was going to spend on denim at the show. I bought all the Geeky patches that I want to sew onto the Sorrento jacket. And so I spent the denim fabric money on patches. I got a lot of patches. It's going to be the geekiest jacket ever. I managed to even find a Hellfire Club one, so I'm very excited. So yeah, yes. I'm having to have a Farscape patch and a brown coat patch shipped to Erica Lee in Seattle, because they would ship to the UK, but the shipping for one patch was 14 quid. So I messaged the seller, and I was just like, is that right? Is that just automated? And they were like, we're really sorry, but Etsy has now put into place this policy where you send stuff to Etsy, and then Etsy package it up and send it on to the person, and it's an Etsy price, not my price. I was like, oh, okay. And like, I kind of get it, because I know that from experience, I know that shipping things out can be expensive and time consuming, but I was just like, yeah. So they were like, you know what, shipping within the US is free. So very lovely Erica Lee has let me have those 2 patches. I've got, let's see, I've got Farscape, brown coat, Hellfire Club, Deadpool, Stark Industries, Avengers, Time Variant, Authority, and a croaky. It looks like a little Lacoste logo, but it's got the Loki horns on it. Let's go through the list properly, shall we? I've prepared for sewing, and yet again, I'm just chatting, because that's what I can sew by myself. This is much more fun. Right. Purchases. Brown coat, Farscape, Stark Industries. Oh, this one I'm so pleased about. It's a hello, my name is little one, so it's going to have to kind of go here, but it says, hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. I'm totally geeking out. That's so funny. The only one I didn't manage to get was a Maverick labyrinth patch, but I've got a labyrinth sweatshirt coming, so 2. So I thought, it's okay. I also got like the little Maverick Top Gun patch, and I got a let's see, where is it? I also got a Top Gun Weapons Fighter School, or hang on, what is it? Fighter Weapons School, United States Navy round patch, and then I got the little Maverick one that he has on his helmet. So I'm going to put those because I watched that movie 4 times. I would totally go back and see it again. Sorry, I'm getting out of order. So yeah, brown coat, Farscape, Stark Industries, hello, my name is Inigo Montoya, Maverick, Time Variant and Croaky, SG1, little Deadpool face, Avengers, Cyberdyne Industries, the Top Gun one. This one I liked. There were so many Star Wars options. There's also, I'll show you one in a second, that's really funny, but it's really expensive and quite large. But I got like a Rebel Scum one as well, because I just love that. I thought that was awesome. A Star Trek logo and a Ravenclaw patch and a Hellfire Club and a House Targaryen patch. So yeah, and the other one, the other Star Wars one I wanted. Oh, I also, there's a Doctor Who one I want, but it got to the point where I was spending too much money and it was like, no, you've got to stop. There's a Doctor Who one that I want, a Jurassic Park one, Guardians of the Galaxy, and then there was this one, Alderaan National Park. Sorry, we're closed. That they've got like Hoth National Park and all sorts of different ones. Endor with little Ewok on it, but the Alderaan one just, it was really expensive, and I was just like, yeah. Oh, Red Dwarf, I want Red Dwarf as well. Yeah, I've got a whole list of geeky stuff that I really want, and I kind of thought I would, buying them all in one go is going to was expensive. So I've bought that set that I'm going to sew onto this jacket. There will be more room on the jacket for me to place other things I know in the future. So I'm going to add to it. But yeah. Let's see. Where did we get to? No more. Yeah, read that one. Megan says the festival sounds so fun, and you'll be at Lady McElroy's, and you'll be at Lady McElroy Prestige. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be really fun. I have kind of like visions of me just trying to sell people fabric and then actually making the girls do the cutting and the till bits, because there's discounts, and I'm going to be crap at that side of things. So hopefully it won't be too much like proper hard work. But I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. Carolyn says, only 3 items. Surely you will find something that needs to come home with you. Well, one of those items is from Stitch Fabrics, and we all know how I fare on Stitch Fabrics. It's usually there and Lady McElroy, and then the Textile Centre is where I do damage. But not sure if the Textile Centre will be there or not this year. And I am trying to be good because I have so much stuff, and I think what I want will be things that will go with collections that I'm planning. So like this collection is pretty well rounded. There's quite a decent amount of stuff in there, and then I've also got coating fabrics to go in with this. This is my winter collection. So yeah, I think I need to try and be slightly sensible about stuff. Like I need some solid yellows, for example, for the citrus collection and things like that. We all know that me saying I'm going to be sensible and then going on a crazy fabric splurge is probably actually what is going to happen. But I really do want to kind of clear this out. I want to move the patterns over so that there's more room for like paper patterns to come in, because there's still room, you know. Like I cleared out over 100, still need to list those on the shop. I was going to do a D-stash on Instagram, and then it was just like, yeah, but if I do that, then I have to calculate shipping for each and every one. If I put them on the shop does it for me. I have a shop, let's use it, let's utilize it. So I need to sit down and do that someday. But then that's not an interesting one. I've got so much sewing that I want to do, and I want to do all these. And the trouble is, if I buy more fabric, then there's going to be more projects that need to get done, and it's a never-ending cycle. So I am going to try and be restrained. We all know I'm going to fail. So let's, as Nimue says, let's take bets on how badly I'm going to fail. Because one of those fabrics on that list as well, like I say, is lining fabric. Oh, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Caroline says to Catherine, what changed your mind? Sean so long is very helpful. And Catherine says that she's adapted a shirt dress that she already has and it fits her, which is awesome. Megan says to Nimue, 9 items. Claire says, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Claire. Claire, I think it's you, but you're the lady that made the denim, the beautiful 8577 with the denim, because we just talked about you earlier. If it is the right Claire. Trisha says, don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't already. Very good point. There's 121 of us and 41 likes. Oh, hello, Suze. Are you gonna come say hi? Can you hear the pitter patter of little tiny things? Hello. Hello, are you gonna come round? Come on then. She's thinking about it. She knows she gets picked up and she's like, do I want to cuddle? Come on. Susie. Oh, wait a minute. Hi, baby. Hello, darling. Come on. No, don't go away. Say hi. Hello. Yes. Yes. Oh, they say, yeah, there you go. Come and say hi to the peeps. Small ginger terror. Mind your little toes. There we go. Say hi to Alex when Alex gets here later. She says, I do not appreciate being manhandled. Mum's at church, isn't she? Says you're lost. You don't know what to do with yourself. Dad's watering the back garden. You do smell very much like dog. I think you need a shower. Hey? Hey? Quiver, quiver? Do you want to go back down? Okay. No. Hey. I'm trying to put you down. I'm trying to. You grumpy little sausage. Okay. She's in here with me. Hi. Hello. Right. Yes, she wants to go on the floor, but she doesn't want me to put her on the floor. So we're talking about it. Ooh.
Your kit's bloody awesome, isn't it?
I have 114 people watching me abuse my dog as well. There we go.
Are you online at the moment?
Yes, I am. That's all right. No problems. The neighbour's over. So you want to be friends again?
What are you making at the moment?
I'm actually just waffling about fabric at the moment. I'm not making anything.
I'll leave you to talk to your.
Thank you. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
That was a lot of conniptions, Suze. She can. Okay. Try not to run the dog over. Yes, she's back there sniffing around. Where did we get to with the chat? I'm massively. Oh, don't stand on that. She keeps standing on my. No. Not quite heavy enough to engage the sewing pedal, but there we go. She's made her way out. Let's see, where did it get to? Trisha says, don't forget to, I've read that one. Anna's here. Hi, peeps. Hello. Elizabeth says hello. Miss Make says, every time you mention SG1, it reminds me I have to watch it again. It was one of my fave series. Oh, yeah, it's awesome. I am, like I say, just starting episode 3 of season 10. And I'm trying to find Atlantis, but I think I'm going to have to pay to watch Atlantis, and I'm going to have to pay to watch Continuum and Arc of Truth as well. I don't mind that so much, but I'm a bit bummed that I'm going to have to pay to watch Atlantis because there's 5 seasons of that. It's going to get expensive. I didn't mind Stargate Universe, but I don't think I finished it. And I know they didn't finish it, but I don't think I finished it. So, yeah. I'll have to see if I can find that as well. Nimue says, yay, family fabric hauls are always so much fun. Yes. Mum is looking for fabric for her dressmaker's ball dress. Hayley says SG1 and Stargate Atlantis are both favourites of mine too. Yeah, it's been so much fun rewatching them. Like I know every episode backwards and forwards. I've watched it through many times. I used to own it all on DVD, and I sold them all, and I got actually quite a lot of money for those, although they cost me quite a lot of money to begin with as well. But yeah. Mischief says to Elizabeth, yes, Stargate Atlantis as well. Nimue says, always pay for fabric rather than shipping. There's only sensible way to go about it. I agree. Kerry says, hello everyone from cool Brisbane. Love what you're wearing. Thank you. Finished it last night. Oh, she's getting in her bed. You gonna come join me? That's very nice. Let's see. Mischief's Mischief, such a mouthful. Geeky patches for the win. Cannot wait to see. And Hellfire Club. I know. I've only ever seen Hellfire Club. I've been searching for a patch, and everywhere it's been t-shirt, or pin, and it's like, nope, found a patch. And Esther says, good morning, everyone. Just made 2 pairs of wide leg pants from Viscose Twill, and it's glorious. Nice. I ordered Viscose Twill instead of Viscose Marrakein as a lining fabric, and I'm slightly regretting it because it is quite heavyweight. It's going to be great for skirts. I think it's not going to work for bodices. Never mind. Never mind. Let's see. Elizabeth says, a TARDIS patch must have. Yes. Miss Teef's Mischief says Princess Bride patch for the win. I also wanted a Dread Pirate Roberts patch. I'm not going to buy it now, but let's see. Dread Pirate Roberts. No. They've got an As You Wish one. But I'm the Dread Pirate Roberts. So have to search for that at some point. Catherine says shiny. Yep. Elizabeth says, how about a Wolverine's 80s movie Red Dawn patch? I don't know. I haven't. No, I haven't read that one. Oh, I did want a Bad Wolf patch as well. Finnegan says that's brilliant. Was that the Alderaan patch? Hayley says that's going to be the ultimate geeky patch jacket. Yes, yes it is. Daisy says love all the patches and hooray for Erica offering to have some shit to her. I know. Daisy says have to sign off early today for a family birthday celebration, but I'll watch back the rest on stream later on. Enjoy the hangout, everyone. Thank you for joining us, Daisy. Enjoy your family celebration. Carolyn says, what is this be good that you speak of? Are you just planning for future makes? Yeah. Elizabeth says bye to Daisy and have fun. Natalie says, I'm late this morning. Hope everyone is well. Very well, thank you, Natalie. How are you? Nimue says you've been doing really well on sewing your stash. You're allowed to go a little nuts every now and again. Yes, and that's why I've been doing so well, is because I have been giving myself permission to go nuts at the Festival of Quilts. But like I say, I bought a whole bunch of fabric for this collection and this collection. So which I was going to buy at the Festival of Quilts, but they're solid fabrics. And as Raymond pointed out to me, at least with Lady McElroy, they definitely try to kind of concentrate on the prints there because it's easier to buy solids online. So yeah, I bought the solid fabrics ahead of time. So I have already splurged, not too badly. I think the fabric room came to £65. And Lily and Mimi came to £50. So, you know, that's some of my Festival of Quilts budget eaten up. But yeah. Karen's here. Hi, Peeps. Hello. Nimue says hi to Susie. Catherine says she goes beautifully with your dress. She does indeed. She's curled up and asleep on her bed now, like butter wouldn't melt. Aren't you, Suze? She's like, She'll start snoring in a minute. Susan says good morning from Georgia. Good morning. Elizabeth says such a cute puppy. Yeah, she old lady. She's 13. 13. Natalie says, hi, sweetie, what a good girl. And Tricia says, hi, Susie, little Miss Cutie. Yes, until she's like, no, I don't want to be here, but I also don't want you to pick me up to get me down. It's like, nope. Claire says, yes, I made the blue denim Sorrento in foliage jants 857. I'll have a look later on replay. Yeah, I was just saying that you very kindly offered to give me the denim fabric, which has allowed me to buy more of the patches I'm going to sew onto that denim. So thank you so much, Claire. It was very kind of you. Let's see, where did I get to? Alison says, hello, Sean and Peeps. I hope you're all well. And for those who are affected by current heat wave, Sean, how is Chiana today? I knew you were going to ask me that. Chiana is preventing me from making the bed correctly, but that is pretty standard. So I made the bed around her. That's her side of the bed. And she refused to move this morning, so I've made the bed around her. I also have, that's when I got home, and she'd stayed in the same position but turned over. So yes, Chiana is doing very well, thank you. And then I came home the other night and she was on the end of the bed in full-on loaf mode, and it was just a little tucked in tail. It was just there. It was, I think did I take a picture? Yes, I took a picture of the tucked in tail because it was so cute. So yes, Chiana is very well, thank you. We had our little cuddle this morning. Came and sat on my lap, purred, made biscuits, and yes. Miss Teef's Mischief says, sorry is a mouthful, we'll change it momentarily. And yes for Dread Pirate Roberts. I think I'm going to have to make my own Dread Pirate Roberts one, but yeah, I might even, because I've got all these amazing ideas for embroidered sweatshirts. Like I've got a Stegosaurus and a T-Rex embroidery, and I want to put along the top, curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal. And then I've got a really beautiful Mooka inspired Art Deco lady, and I want to embroider her onto a sweatshirt. And it also, there's like a funny quote that's along the lines of, I don't spew profanities, I enunciate. Let's try again. I don't spew profanities, I enunciate clearly like an effing lady, but the actual word, which makes me giggle so much. And I just think with that beautiful Mooka inspired like woman, I think that would be really funny. And then I even went to the effort of making my own Cthulhu. So like octopus head, dragon wings, and says, it was along the lines of "May Cthulhu destroy your house last," or something like, like it's kind of like a Home Sweet Home one. But yeah, I've got all these ideas for these embroidered things that I want to do. So I need one that says that I am the Dread Pirate Roberts. But I don't wear that kind of clothing, so and those kind of things would take a lot of time and effort to have the things embroidered. So yeah. Yeah, Alison says hello to Anna. Anna says hi to Alison. Sal says, g'day, Sean and Peeps. Sorry for the late accidentally dozed off to sleep. No worries. No worries at all. Susie is back, getting back in the bed. Yes. Has everyone else abandoned you? Is that why you're coming to hang out with me? Mum's at church, Dad's in the front garden, the neighbour's up a ladder. He's trimming one of his trees that kind of goes over our fence, so that's why our lovely neighbours here. Elizabeth says, thanks for such a fun stream. Pulled my back badly a few hours ago, and that's the only reason why I've been able to make the live stream instead of watching the replay. Starts at 6 a.m. here in Ohio. Oh, ouch, you poor thing. I hope you feel better soon, Elizabeth. Nimue says, fabric market isn't until early October, and 3 of us plan to hunt for Halloweenish jersey to make Gon Batty top from Patterns for Pirates. Plans are important. Plans are fun. Chrysula says, good evening from Sydney. So glad you're doing a live and that I caught it. I'm currently in isolation in bed and 22 weeks pregnant. Glad to have some company at the moment. Well, you poor thing. But hello and welcome, and thank you for joining us. Johanna says, getting ready to take you along on my walk. Need to get it in before it heats up. 7 a.m. here in North Carolina. Yes. Tiffany says, loaf mode activated. My kitty uses her tail as a nose cover when she's sleeping. Yeah. It's so cute. It's just the tucked in little tip of the tail. It's like so adorable. Have you seen the video of the palace cat when it's cold outside? I think it's one of the ones in the Russian zoo, and the cat tucks its tail and then puts its paws on top of its tail so its little paw pads don't have to touch the snow. It's like, oh. Alison says, attention Aussie peeps, Weft and Warp in Canberra are having a fabric sale which includes Lady McElroy. Weft and Warp are an exclusive retailer, the exclusive Lady McElroy fabrics. Ooh, cool. Good knowledge. Tiffany says you need the T-Rex embroidery with mine is an evil. Yeah. Leslie says, good morning. My notification didn't sound off and missed a good bit. That's all right. Thank you for joining us. It's been an hour and 5 minutes and there has been 0 sewing. I have pinned something. Susan says to Alison, bought some pink background Lady McElroy damselfly last week, then got an email about the sale, so had to buy some more fabric in the sale. Nice. I have that damselfly on the black background and the white background, and don't have the pink. I'm not sure that shade of pink suits me. I like it, but I don't know if it suits me. But yeah, the Lynette very kindly gave Dad the damselfly for a birthday present, and I got the celebration bouquet, which I've used in the mini-series tutorial, and then she gave Mum some fabric as well. I can't remember which one she gave to Mum. But I was just like, when I opened it up and I was looking at the damselfly, I was like, oh my gosh, this is one of my favorites. And it had for Dad, and I was like, so Lynette, the very next year when she came to the retreats, bless her, bought me that for my birthday present. You guys are unbelievably kind to me. I am so lucky to have so many lovely, generous people in my life. Right. Actually sewing. Tiffany James says, yes. Tiffany, are you Mischief? Yes, adore watching the Palace Cat videos. The precision with which they put their feet is just gorgeous. I know, he's so like proper about it, isn't he? The other one that I love are snow leopards with the cub, and it's just so bouncy. And then the 2 snow leopards that are a mated pair that live in one of the zoos together, and the way that they sleep together, they're just like, oh, so adorable. Susan says pink is a good color for me as I have white hair. Ooh, it's such a pretty fabric, Susan. Like, I wish I could wear it. I just don't think that pink color suits me. Unless I have a tan, which I never do at the moment because it's just too hot to lie outside. Natalie says, lol, was just thinking of that video, but I couldn't remember the name of the cat. Palace cats have round pupils, which looks so weird on cats, doesn't it? Yeah. Apparently, it's to do, and palace cats are weird because they're not that big, but if you look, like lions actually have round pupils as well, and do tigers and things like that. And apparently it's something to do with the height that they hunt at, and the kind of slit pupils are good for looking through grass, but the taller cats have round pupils because that's better for horizons. I think I watch a lot of videos on those kinds of things, but whether the information accurately goes into my brain or not can definitely be debated. I have sewn a line of stitching. That's successful. Susie is still with us in her basket. Well, her my dressing gown. Q Grace says, hi peeps, 9 p.m. here in Brisbane. My notification didn't go off either. Actually, you know what? I didn't get an email to say that I'd gone live. Seems to have I've missed some fun. Also, it sounds like I'm going to have to check out Weft and Warp. Thanks for the tip. Sal says to bonjour to Alison. Tiffany says, yes, that was me, Miss Teefs. Thank you so much, Tiffany. That's very much appreciated because I was really struggling to get my mouth around that name. Lollapalooza says, I'm on the edge of my seat to see how you put these scrunchies together. Lol. Yeah. I just thought, you know what, I need to do them. I've got fabrics here, like I said at the beginning, I've got fabrics here since January. They need to be made up. I have made a few this year, but I think I've made 6. So I keep cutting them out. I need to do them. Alison says to Susan, that is so annoying. I have my eye on the Lady McElroy vintage cars and the diamond floral. Love the diamond floral. I love that. And I love that fabric shop, especially as they stock prim haberdashery. And Alison says hi to Sal. Gig Racer says, I've spent a significant portion of today watching cat and husky reels on Instagram. Oh, so good. And Sal says, since you peeps are cat lovers, have you seen the game called Stray, where you play as a cat for a whole game? Yes. Yes. Both Simply Now Logical and Jackson Galaxy were playing it. I'd seen trailers for it, and it looks amazing. It's like an open world concept, isn't it? I don't have a console here. My gaming abilities have been severely restricted. Mind you, it's probably a good thing because I really don't have time. I really, really don't have time, which is sad, but true. Oh, who watched The Grey Man? And who now wants? Well, I mean, like, I was never a huge Chris Evans fan. I mean, I liked him, but you know, I was never like as much of a Chris Evans fan as I was as a Tom Hiddleston fan, let's say. And both Jojo and Erica have huge Chris Evans crushes, and apparently will fight each other, you know, for both of them are married. I'm the single one in this trio, but both of them will fight me for him. But I'm kind of coming around on the Chris Evans thing. I think he was slightly too clean cut for me when he was younger. Like, we're talking Fantastic Four younger. But yeah, although not the nicest of characters in the Grey Man movie. So, you know, and the Trash Stash. Yeah. But that was a really fun movie. I did say to Mum that she wouldn't enjoy it and she shouldn't watch it, but Dad enjoyed it. Apparently it's a series of books. So there might be more movies, which could be interesting. But I very much enjoyed it. And if you haven't watched it yet, 100% you should have a look on Netflix because it was really good. Although it is quite violent and loud, which is why Mum wouldn't like it. I went to see Love and Thunder again the other night. I still think Ragnarok is my favourite, but I did enjoy it. The trailer for Wakanda Forever looks amazing. I think that's out in November, isn't it? Definitely want to see that. Might actually go and see Maverick again at the cinema, you know. I'm totally going to buy it when it comes out to have at home, and it's going to be awesome to watch at home, but seeing it on the big screen is just like so cool. get to with the chat. I'm massively behind. Elizabeth says to Sal, yes, I've watched the gameplay of it. It's chill and fun. That's the Stray game. Yeah. Alison says to Gig Racer, Wefton Warp is an amazing shop. Be warned, you could spend a lot of dollars. Tiffany says, I'm the same on gaming front. There's many my fiance plays or shows me that I'd love to try, but with my hobbies, I'd have to stop sleeping. Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame that we need to sleep for 8 hours, really, isn't it? Because, like, that just think of all the gaming time that I'm missing out on. If I ever get to the point where I can afford to hire an editor, that time is going to go back to gaming because I miss it. And because I'll be able to afford an editor, I will also be able to afford a PS5. So, yes. Gig Racer says to Alison, oh dear, my bank balance is still recovering after discovering Tula Pink fabrics for bag making. Oh, they're so pretty. Oh, no, too far. Catherine says, have you seen Knives Out? Thinking Chris Evans films? Yes, saw it twice at the cinema. Love that. There's a new one coming out. Oh, what was the Daniel Craig's character? Benoit? Sorry, I'm just thinking of it. I've been shot in the ass, Susan. Sorry. Gig Racer says, I want to watch The Grey Man. Yeah, you should. It's brilliant. Trisha says, on my watch list on Netflix, The Grey Man. Totally. Elizabeth says, speaking of Tom Hiddleston, have you seen his indie movie from a while ago, Only Lovers Left Alive? Love it. Yes, saw it at the cinema. My best friend, Siobhan, she is also a huge Hiddlestoner. So, yes, we went to see that. We also went to see him live at Coriolanus. That was fun. I have a photo of him blowing me a kiss from the backstage door where we weren't allowed to really hang out, but we did anyway. Yeah. The obsession was strong at one point. Benedict Cumberbatch got married on the Isle of Wight, and Tom Hiddleston was there, and I knew he was just down the road from me in Motterston, and they closed off the village. I was just like, would it be wrong to dress up like a wedding guest and try and crash the wedding? My friend was like, if anyone's going to do it, you'll get away with it. And I'm like, no, I don't want to get arrested. Yeah. Let's see. Nimue says, Royal emailed me that my Sherwood fabric order is in their care. Let's see if they process it as quickly as the fabric from Rachel or as slowly as my quilting ruler. Oh, fingers crossed for quickly. Natalie says, Chris Evans with a beard, thumbs up. Chris Evans with just a moustache, thumbs down. Yeah. My uncle, because my dad is the eldest of 3 brothers, and when his middle brother Barry was alive, he had a moustache, and then the younger one has a full beard, and dad is always cleanly shaven. Mum's not a fan of facial hair. But yeah. Can't imagine Uncle Barry without a moustache. So they've always been kind of like a nice thing. But I do, not saying that moustaches aren't nice, but yeah, I totally see where you're going with that comment. Like the Lloyd is just, yeah, not a nice character. It's always fun seeing him play a bad guy because you just, he does it very well. I mean, he's a very good actor, isn't he? So, Right, let's trim my threads. Let's see. What did I get to? Tiffany says to Gig Racer, Tula Pink is the queen for fabric, although I am also a sucker for Lady McElroy. I wonder who got me onto those. I don't know. Who did get you onto Lady McElroy fabrics? Inquiring minds want to know. Who could be so dastardly? Susie is snoring. This is a good sign. concentration face so that I don't cut myself with my super sharp scissors. It's one trimmed. Alison says, I watched The Dressmaker again last night. Ooh, nice. That's nice. Ooh, I really want to go see Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. That looks really fun. And costumes look beautiful. I mean, Dior in the new look. So, of course. Susie, you're snoring. Okay. Purple Fang. Good Grace says, I still haven't seen Love and Thunder either. COVID got in the way, but hopefully we'll be out of isolation tomorrow. Oh, you will really enjoy it. It's very fun. I think Ragnarok is still my favourite. But Love and Thunder is fun. Sal says, The Sandman comes out in just under a week on Netflix, so can't wait. In just under 2 weeks on Netflix. Awesome. Looking forward to that too. Linnea's here. Hello, everyone. Hello. Anna says to Alison, I like that movie. Tiffany says, Chris Hemsworth and Chris Pratt trump Chris Evans for me, but not by much if we're looking at Captain America. Actually, Chris Pine for me. Chris Pine. And the Dungeons and Dragons trailer came out yesterday, and that also looks amazing. But yeah. Captain Kirk. A friend of mine, he was in London filming, and he went to a nightclub that my friend runs, and he was just in the bar, like regular, hadn't announced that he was coming, hadn't booked a table or anything, and my friend was serving him, and kind of like, he noticed the eyebrows first, and then he was just like, nice, and the guy was like, just chill, and he was like, yeah. So unfortunately I wasn't living in London at the time, but if he had messaged me, I would have been down there like a shot, because Chris Pine is lovely. I do like Chris Hemsworth as well. In fact, I had a dream about Chris Hemsworth last night, which was very odd. Yeah. It was, have you guys seen the Karen Gillian movie that they made about making a movie during COVID? It's a really dark movie. The Bubble, I think it's called. It was that, but with Chris Hemsworth. It was weird. It was really weird. Karen says, well, I'm going to head to bed. I'm afraid. I still ill, week 6 with this chest infection. Have a good day. Oh, you poor thing. I hope you get better soon. Thank you for joining us, Karen. Dear Gracer says to Sal, I think it's released on the 5th of August. Can't wait for the Sandman. Alison says to Gig Racer, I love Tula Pink fabrics, especially the Alice in Wonderland series. They were very pretty. Natalie says, my guy is excited for Sandman. I don't know anything about it, but I guess he'll make me watch it with him. I don't know very much about it either, because I'm not a huge comic book reader, but I love Neil Gaiman. I think he is amazing. Did you watch Good Omens on Prime? Because that is awesome. And my introduction to Neil Gaiman was through Terry Pratchett. Nimue says, that's supposed to be Royal Mail. I'm too distracted by English paper piecing, apparently. I kind of gathered that, Nimue. But yeah, fingers crossed. We're hoping for quick, speedy delivery for you. Cecilia says, are you going to see Nope? I love Jordan Peele movies and find them quite thought-provoking. I don't know anything about that one. I need to have a look, but if it's out at the cinema, then yes, probably, because as we all know, I am rinsing my Cineworld card, because for the first sort of 4 or 5 months of this year, I did not use it, which was a waste of £20 a month. And in fact, I need to ring them and tell them that I'm no longer needing the London one. I can go back down to the £18 a month. I know it's only £2, but every two, that's, what is that, £12 over the year? So yes, no, I need to, that's two cinema visits. But yeah, need to phone them and tell them to put me back down to the just Isle of Wight tier, please. Sal says to Natalie, it's about Morpheus' dream, the Lord of Dreams and Nightmares, and the start a cult is trying to capture death, but instead of capturing, end up capturing Dream instead. Words are hard today. Bree says, hello, friendly folks. Love the dress, Sean. Thank you. I finished it yesterday. It's my new favorite. I say that about all of them. Carolyn says, praying the QQ and Fwif are feeling better. They are both obviously testing negative because, as I say, Mum's out at church today. They are still quite easily tired, but both feeling much, much better. The coughs have gone. Like all the really nasty symptoms have gone, thank goodness. But yeah, they're both feeling much better. Right, need to press these. Oh, Suze, it looks like butter wouldn't melt in your mouth after your little meltdown earlier. Let's see. Helen says, hello, lovely peeps. Just cutting out the new look 6493, the shorter dress version. Let's have a look, see what's going on. It's got a picture of Chiana's butt on my phone. New look. Six, 4, 9, 3. Ooh, pretty. Very pretty. Very summery. Like it. Marissa says, I don't rate any of the quizzes, lol. The D&D trailer looks amazing though. Can't wait. Really? There isn't one Chris. Yeah. Chris Pine and Chris Evans. Then Chris Hemsworth and Chris Pratt. In that order. Yeah. Bree says, love Terry Pratchett. Yep. The book's not the TV show. Did you watch Good Omens though? Because I thought they did Good Omens really well. I was really worried because that's one of my favourite books ever. But I thought they did it really, really well. Another one, author that you might like is Robert Rankin. The Hollow Chocolate Bunnies of the Apocalypse is one of my favourite books ever. I took it to one of the comic conventions I went to that he was there signing books, and I bought his new book, but I was just like, please will you sign this one as well, because it is my favourite thing ever. This is my second copy of it because I ruined the first copy. But yeah, Robert Rankin, Hollow Chocolate Bunnies of the Apocalypse. Definitely a good one. Gee Gracer says, I believe that a second season of Good Omens is being made. I love the first season. They are. I'm interested to see what they're going to do with it, because the first one was so close to the book and so well done that they really, really, I mean, if Neil Gaiman's involved, it should be good. But yeah. Natalie says, thanks, Sal. I'm not into comics either. I have read some Gaiman, including Good Omens. Oh. Natalie says, I wonder what the second series of Good Omens could be about, since there's no more source material. I know. Sal says, thus because Dream is no longer in his realm, it wreaks havoc on the world, with people either not being able to sleep or not being able to wake up for the 70 years he is imprisoned. Ooh, wow. Natalie says, well, I have insomnia currently, so I can relate. I am looking forward to it. I'm gonna watch it because it's the kind of thing that's right up my alley, but that is the most I know about it. So thank you again, Sal, for the introduction. Right, let me just press these. Suze, you're snoring. Okay. Ties are pressed. And now we can make the actual scrunchy part. Where do we get to? Ruth says, the second season of Good Omens includes ideas Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman had for a sequel to the first book and never got around to writing, so I'm optimistic about it. That does sound optimistic, yes. Bree says, no, sound exciting, so yes for optimism. Bree says, thanks for the recommendation. Just ordered the book on Book Depository. Oh, it is very daft. I hope you enjoy it. I thought it was hilarious. I loved it. Yeah, I like Robert Rankin. I haven't read any of his books for ages. I wonder, who narrates them on Audible? If it's him, then come on, discover. Robert Rankin. I think he does narrate the Hollow. Yep. Hang on. Narrated. Oh, it's uncredited. Ooh. Yeah. Might have to get that next. It's only short though. It's only 6 hours, 40 minutes. I want to start working my way through the Terry Pratchett books as well, like Colour of Magic, and the Death is my favourite. We'd like to start working my way through those as well. But I am enjoying my Georgette Hayes. Just listen to A Convenient Marriage, which was always a favourite. Thread keeps sticking to my fingers. Get in the bin. Did not want to get in the bin. Elizabeth says perhaps the Good Omens will go off the rails like Supernatural did after season 4 or 5-ish. Oh, I hope not. I mean, yeah, I like Supernatural. I enjoyed all 15 seasons. I do think they could have stopped a whole bunch earlier, but you know what? It was still fun to watch. It's like I kind of wish SG1 was still going, because like rewatching it all, it was just like, I don't mind that there's like a new giant unbeatable bad guy that they're going to eventually find a way to beat, and it's only the plucky humans that save the universe yet again. Yeah, I think it's comfort though. I mean, I did read somewhere, and I mean, I really don't suffer from bad anxiety, but I read somewhere that rewatching TV programs is something that is a coping mechanism. Like it's a familiar thing, and it makes you feel good because you know what's happening. But and I do find a lot of enjoyment in rewatching things from the past that I know I love. So Supernatural kind of got to the point where it was like you definitely kind of went down one particular storyline and like stuck with it, but it was still fun. Again, though, I was watching it whilst working. It wasn't like pay attention TV. There's very few TV shows now that I do fully pay attention to. I'm usually doing something else at the same time as having them on. So there is that. Anessa says, I really got to figure out how to do that invisible stitch to sew down loose button plackets on my shirts when you wear and wash them and they flap all over the place. Any idea, peeps? Oops, all of my new shirts. I don't know. It might be easier to put it on the Peeps group with some pictures because I'm not quite sure what you're talking about. Natalie says, sorry, I'm a natural pessimist. No, I get it. Because, you know, like some things can be so brilliant and then they just do flog a dead horse kind of thing. And I think it's kind of like by the nature of success, some things kind of change because they are successful, and then the reason that you love them to start with is not what they are anymore because they've become successful and have changed because of that success, like YouTube channels, for example. But yeah, Una's here. Hello, just popping in for a few minutes to say hi. Back from a lovely walk in the sun and about to have lunch, wearing my newly made, finally finished denim Stanwick circle skirt. Oh, lovely. And welcome, Una. Catherine says the new Witches recording of the Pratchett books on Audible are fab. Not so convinced about the Rincewind ones, starting back with Colour of Magic, which is one of the weaker books. Okay. Johanna says my favourite Pratchett character is Moist von Lipwig. Nice. So Una says my husband introduced me to SG1 when we first met. It was my gateway program into sci-fi. Nice. Doctor Who and Star Trek for me, I think. Andy says, I tend to watch the same films over and over when I'm sewing, usually disaster movies. Lol. Oh, I like it. Una says, do you use any particular scrunchie pattern, Sean? Yes, one from Threads Monthly. Gig Racer says, I can relate to the rewatching of things. I have been rewatching Shadowhunters and Lucifer, The Princess Bride, ready to go on Netflix for tonight's insomnia. Nice. Yeah, no, I very much enjoyed Shadowhunters and Lucifer and can imagine rewatching those again in a couple of years' time. And The Princess Bride and Labyrinth I watch frequently. Sal says, would love a Stargate series called Stargate System Lords, solely about the Goa'uld and them rising to power and taking control of the gates. Yeah, the trouble is there's no good guy in that. So it would never quite, I mean, it'd be really interesting, but you need a good guy, don't you? Una says, don't like watching things again, but my husband has a whole collection of films and TV series, takes up a whole wall of our box room. Wow. Natalie says, oh, sorry. Natalie says, the first Terry Pratchett book I read was Witches Abroad and had started with The Colour of Magic. I don't know Colour of Magic. If I had started with The Colour of Magic, I don't know if I'd have continued to be a fan. Okay, interesting. I know somebody else, Johanna says, no, somebody else had said their favourite character was, Bree, Death and his granddaughter. Susan, yes, nice. Where did I get to? Bree says, mine are Granny Weatherwax and Nanny Og. Nice. Death is mine. Death and Death of Rats. Yeah. Tiffany says, I'm the same for rewatching so many new things to watch, but gravitate back to tried and true more often than not. Yeah. Natalie says, my first was The Weird Sisters. Awesome. Una says, fab, thanks. I need to make up some make some with putting my hair up with this lovely weather. Yes. Natalie says, Grebo is my favorite character. See, I have not read these for years, and these names are jarring bells, but faintly, very faintly. Elizabeth says, one of my favourite shows ever that I actually bothered to buy on DVD is Burn Notice. Oh, interesting. Catherine says, I identify with Agnes Perdita X Knit. She was, oh God, like I said, it's so long since I've read these books. And I actually read them, so that's how long ago it was. Tiffany says to Sal would definitely watch that. I would too. I'm just wondering what angle they would do to make it. Oh, maybe they could have like the tote crab, the break off of the tote crab from Higeria being like, you know, like let's take over this world and like raise these humans up to kind of like, you know, better, and then everyone and the Goa'ulds getting more and more in their sarcophagi and being like, you know what, actually no, let's enslave more, and Higeria being like, dudes, this is not what we had planned. Like they started off good, but then the corruption of the sarcophagus. Okay, yeah. I mean, that's just my take on it, but yeah. Caroline says, Doctor Who for me. Dad worked on parts of all the original series. Very cool. Una says, just looked up the scrunchie pattern. Perfect, because I loved, I have a ton of hair ties. Nice. Caroline says, for Pratchett, love Carrot Iron Fanderson. Yeah. Catherine says she's in Masquerade for Agnes. Oh God, these names are really, I need to reread these books. Una says, have fun, or if you're, I'll see if you're still going after I've had my lunch. If not, not eaten yet today and hungry. Linnea says, only DVDs we have are Doctor Who, since that's rare, that we can, since it's rare that we can see it in streaming in Sweden. And Natalie says, Grebo is Nanny Ogg's cat, but sometimes he's a very odd human. Yes, thank you. Yes. Right. Let's get this sewn. Do you know what? I think I'm going to get 2 whole scrunchies done in 2 hours. Wow. It's all the chatting. I love it. I'm not complaining at all. 100% not complaining, but yes, it's all the chatting. Okay. Oops. Come on. So many little threads coming off of this fabric. It frays the second that you look at it. That was the one complaint about working with it. Other than that, it was very nice to work with and has such a lovely drape as well. I think that was one of the other reasons that I really liked how the Melilo came out, is because the fabric that I'd picked had enough drape in it to look nice, but wasn't such an absolute nightmare to work with as some of the viscose chalets have been. Like trying to, as I mentioned, trying to do a tower placket in the viscose chalet mulberry cobra corsage was not fun, which is why I went over to a continuous lap. Because that, I mean, that's not exactly fun either, but it was just way more manageable. Okie dokie, getting there, getting there. Proper concentration face again. One done. I only took 1 hour and 44 minutes and 30 seconds. That's a reasonable amount of time for a scrunchie, right? Okay. tie on my little tie. One scrunchie. Oh dear. Oh dear. Caroline says to Catherine, that's one of my favourites. Marissa says, I'm a chronic rewatcher and my partner hates it. He always wants to watch new movies and shows and I'm always just respond with, nah. Catherine says, could see Grubo being played in his bipedal form by Pirates of the Caribbean era Johnny Depp. And yes, I know he's distinctly questionable these days. I can, yeah, that could, yeah, I'm gonna just move on. Natalie says, that's okay, you can blame us, I shall. Caroline says to Catherine, totally agree. Sal says, in Sandman, Death is Dream's sister, so you will see Death in the Netflix show. Nice. Natalie says, I prefer Henry Cavill as Grebo. That would be awesome. Marissa says, I'm currently rewatching The Bill. Oh my goodness, wow. Catherine says to Natalie, a bit too clean cut. I don't know, he can dirty up a bit. Yeah. Carolyn says, Johnny Depp is fantastic in all he does. So happy he was vindicated. And again, we'll leave that one there. So yes. Lollapalooza says, ta-da! Yes, exactly. And Natalie says, not if Henry looks more like The Witcher, but with dark long hair instead of white. Yeah. Caroline says to Carolyn, yep. Gig Racer says, I spent yesterday wrangling a cover for my sewing machine. Finally finished it after 3 weeks and a lot of unpicking. My first sewing time sewing vinyl, quilting and doing a lot of binding. Glad that you got it done though. Nimue says, I'm pleasantly surprised by how quickly my English paper piecing is coming together, and I'm not even doing too bad of a job for my first project, if I do say so myself. Awesome. Angela says, my favourite TV series to rewatch is Parks and Recreation, US sitcom. I couldn't get into that. I've heard it's awesome, but I couldn't get into it. Catherine says to Natalie, true. And Elizabeth says, I mainly watch YouTube now. I rarely turn on my TV or go to the movie theatre. Haven't done either in roughly 6 months. I very rarely watch TV live. It's like I save stuff up to binge watch it in one go. But I do go to cinema a lot. And Gig Racer says to Angela, that's also on my rewatch list. It's such a good show for Parks and Recreations. I just couldn't get into the beginning of it. I think I'm definitely a sci-fi girl. Let's see, right, I need to put my scrunchie on for matching outfits. Try not to catch up the little tails. Yeah, there we go. Outfit complete. Right, let's get the second one done. 2 scrunchies in 2 hours. Hugh Gracer says, the first season was a bit slow for me, but really enjoyed the rest of them. Maybe that's why I'm struggling to try and get into it. Maybe. I think Mum's home. The dog is still down here, snoring away. Hi.
Have you got a dog left?
Yes. She came in, said hello, got on my lap.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Then wanted to get off my lap, but growled and bit me the entire time while I was trying to get her off my lap, and then curled up in the bed and went to sleep. And now he's leaving because you've arrived.
I brought her lunch down.
Oh.
I'll give it her outside.
Yeah, it's stinky.
Yeah. Come on, Danny. What's this? You've got your lunch. Sit. Here. Susie, lunch.
She's confused.
Yeah. Come here.
She doesn't get lunch there.
Wait. I'll just do this. Here. Susie. What's this?
not where she eats lunch. She doesn't want it there. She wants it in the kitchen.
Sit. 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 Here, what's this? Oh, yeah.
Dog's getting al fresco dinner and does not understand. She's very confused.
She's eating it.
Once she finally found it. Where did I get to with the chat? Rachel Lynn's here. Good morning. Good morning. Elizabeth says, I haven't gotten into Parks and Recreation either, as well as The Office. Either Office, just not my thing. Yeah, no, I really didn't like The Office, but I don't like Ricky Gervais, and I have no justification for that. I'm not a fan. So I never watched The Office, the English one, and then I never watched the American one either. Although I can, if I wanted to, get a Dunder Mifflin. It's the paper company, isn't it? Patch, but no. I think that's the correct show. Do correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, no, that wasn't not my jam either. I'm not a fan of cringy humour when people, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But like I say, I've barely watched like half an episode, so I could be very wrong, and I might love it. But yeah, never one that I kind of got into or persevered with.
Shut again.
Let's see. Alison says, just rewatched 6 Feet Under and The Sopranos. Mum and Dad watched 6 Feet Under recently, actually.
Oh,
yeah, I never finished it. I will at some point, I think. But that's one that I have to kind of concentrate on, I think. So. Marissa says, I could never get into Parks and Recreations either. I never get into Schitt's Creek either. And I feel like I just don't understand US TV shows sometimes.
No.
She's starting to growl at the neighbour's dog. Okay. Yes, so 2 scrunchies in an hour and 52 minutes. Oh dear. Very pretty scrunchies though. Do you like this fabric? There was a whole bunch of fabrics on the Textile Centre that were this kind of colourway and sort of very 70s prints, and they would have made an awesome collection, and I am kind of bummed that I didn't buy more of them and that I only got this one. But I think I was on a fabric buying ban, and then they've shut down, so I couldn't buy it if I wanted to. But second scrunchie complete. In the bag. Only a million more to go. I think I'd rather just chat with you guys. These are not that much fun to sew. That's why I thought doing them whilst I was chatting with you guys would be a good idea, but it will happen. I will get them done. Sal says, I came up with a story idea where death is depressed and takes it out on people by telling some when they're going to die, and even killing some before their time, but bringing them back to life. Oh gosh, that is yeah, so I like it, but also poor death. Poor people, but poor death. Gig Racer says, I wasn't a fan of The Office either. 6 Feet Under was excellent. I'm trying to convince my husband to watch The West Wing. My best friend loves The West Wing. I've watched some of it, but not all of it. Natalie says, my cat Coco won't eat if it's not in her particular spot in the kitchen. She tries to cover it up by scratching at the floor and walls, lol. Aww. Elizabeth says, I did like the British show, The IT Crowd. It was so funny as someone who worked in IT themselves. Yeah, I liked that one, but again, I've only seen a few episodes here and there and not all of an episode either. Jenny says, I don't like the Ricky Gervais either, but I did watch extras and Afterlife. Nope, I haven't seen either of those either. Catherine says, so agree about Ricky Gervais and find Alan Partridge in the same box. Yeah, again, not my cup of tea. Alison says to Elizabeth, just love the IT crowd. Sian, have you seen the Lady McElroy Jardin de Fleur? Would make a beautiful garment. Jardin de Fleur, I think that rings bells, so yes. Let's have a look. Well, if search. Yeah, that's the one I bought for Mum. Mum's just made a dress out of it. James and I bought that for Mum a couple of years ago for Christmases. Now she's made a shirt and a dress out of it. It is gorgeous. It came on a light colour background as well. That's another one that I think I would prefer on a viscose though. I'll have to let Raymond know. Another one. Tiffany says, Sian, you may have answered this before. How do you start when planning a collection? Fabric first, main print, or garments you want to make? Fabric, always fabric first. Always fabric first. Because it will then kind of dictate to me what other fabrics to buy, and then they'll dictate what kind of garments I'm going to make out of them. So yeah, generally it's always a fabric first and then going from there kind of thing. So yes. Got thread everywhere. I've been aiming at the thread catcher, but missing completely. Okay, better. That's better. So I am going to call it a day. It's 2 hours, 2 scrunchies. That's appropriate, right? But this is just getting worse. So yeah, I need to not be chatting. I think I need to be quiet. So the plan for this week. There is a plan for this week. There is a plan. So we're going to have a waffle on Tuesday and Thursday. It's supposed to be the early access video for the Patreon peeps on Wednesday, but I don't think I'm going to have the dress finished and filmed and edited and uploaded in time for it to be early access. If I can get it done for the Thursday, I will try and do it for that. And I'm trying to, for next month, I've planned out hopefully a little bit better so that the early access video will be done for you guys for the Patreon peeps like super early, and you guys will get proper early access to it. That's the plan. We'll see if that works out. So yeah, waffles on Tuesday and Thursday, then hopefully the Zimmerman inspired linen dress for Friday, and then the July lookbook on Saturday, and there will be a hangout on Sunday. I like that the last week of this month is complete and ends on a Sunday, so that's good. So yeah, that's the plan for this week. Fingers crossed that happens. We shall see. But yeah, that is hopefully what will be occurring. We'll see. Best laid plans and all that, you know. Let's just quickly catch up with the chat and then we'll call it a day. Let's see. Elizabeth says, thanks for the stream. Catherine says, take care. Rachel Lynn says, feel better. Hugs, thank you. G Gray says, enjoy the rest of your day. Hope that QQ and Fwiff continue to feel better. They are feeling much better, aren't they?
Yeah.
Still tired.
Taste and smell. Still got brain fog. Coffee in church.
But better than you were.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Caroline says, take care, hope it all feels better quickly. Have a good week, one and all. Thank you. Nimora says, just enjoy the rest of your Sunday and everyone have a lovely week. You too. Natalie says, have a good day night, everyone. Thank you. Tiffany says, thanks for taking the time to stream with us. Glad I managed to catch one instead of rewatch for a change. Take care. Thank you for joining us. Alice says, thank you for another stream. Take care and keep cool. Please give Chiana a cuddle from me. Binks says, purrs and headbutts. Thank you, Binks. Alison, words are hard. Sal says, good night from down under, from the upside down. Roscoe says, thank you for the nice stream. Halfway through my Sicily dress. Have a nice day. Well, thank you for joining us. So yes, that is the schedule for next week. Fingers crossed that all happens. We shall see, but I'll see you live next Sunday. So I shall say goodbye for now. Bye.